Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at joanne.com. Today's week number 4, the final week for doing your mystery Afghan with me. So this is going to be the easiest one of the 4, so they left the easiest one to the last, which I actually kind of love, because you know, when you get progressively harder and it's the last one, you start like, ooh. So you've already got the hard stuff in behind. So this one here has a ladder that goes into the corner, and that's using the chain 8s that are in the corner. Really quite an easy pattern to be able to maintain. Every other round is slightly different to provide some really neat holes that you see. And then once you're completely done the square, and in the photograph I show that one braid is actually already done and the rest of them has to get done yet. So I'm going to be showing that to you on camera and how that's done, and then once you have this done, you're going to braid it through and then just let it hold, and then when you go to attach it to this neighbors, you're going to put the final loop as you're doing the attaching in order to make it all work. So this one here is actually really quite easy, and I'm really kind of excited about this particular one too. So with this particular one, we start off in the center like we have with the rest, and there are holes every other round beyond this. So what's going to happen is that you're going to see that it's really quite an easy pattern to be able to maintain. It's just double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and this matches. There's only 18 rounds of this particular one, and of all of them, I literally did this in about 2.5 hours, but I just put online that it's about 3 hours. So really kind of a no-brainer to think about, and I think that you'll love it at the same time. So let's head on down to the studio now to get you started on this one. So let's move along into week number 4, and this is what the pattern looks like. Again, 18 rounds, and every other round is something that's unique, but it continues to repeat a pattern on its own. So you can either look at the instructions. Remember that it is a 5mm size H crochet hook and care and 1 pound yarn. If you have substituted, just continue to use the same size hook and yarn that you were continuing to use with the other weeks. So let's flip over to page number 3. So here's the diagram for this particular block, and you'll see that every other row has a chain 1 and a double crochet, and then chain 1 and double crochet. So you're just skipping over some stitches. So one round is completely solid with double crochets, and the next round is just a double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet to give you these gapping spaces. So what's happening here on the sides, this is the laddering effect. So what's going to happen is that we are going to continue to grow our Afghan exactly identical on all of the sides. I just happen to highlight these ones here because you want to pay attention to what you're doing when you're starting to do all the jumping as you're going across. Also, you're going to notice that this is some chain work, so this is going to create a ladder, and let me take you to the example and show you that. So here's what it looks like. This one already has it been done, and you'll see that it closed in. So when you get this done, it's gonna have all this open space right on the edges that you see. So once we get this done, what we're going to do then is that before you sew it to the other neighbors, you're just gonna work your way back. So this is the first chain work that you have. You're just gonna grab the other one and just pull up and through. Just like that. Okay? See how it just pulled it all? So then you take the next loop that's in behind, the next chain, and feed it through that one. See? And you just keep doing that all the way up to the top. So this chain work that you have is gonna compress on itself. So you're gonna notice that when this is done and it looks like this, it's not gonna fit your sizes, and it's not until you do this that it's going to do that. So once you get this particular square done, I want you to do that and then just set it aside, and then we're gonna put it together. This is your 4th and final square. So going back to the very beginning, we're gonna chain 4, and then we're gonna put 2 more double crochets into the 4th chain, and then chain 2, and then put 3 more into that chain, and etc. So we're gonna start off as a square, and we're gonna work our way out. I don't need to show you too much of this. I just need to get you to start, because all it is, it's 18 rows or 18 rounds complete, and one is a solid and one is just splitting so that you see the nice gaps. So let's get started on this, and then let's get going. So let's begin. You're using a 5mm size H crochet hook today, and you're gonna be using the 3rd color that you have within your stitch along. I notice a lot of people are substituting colors by now, so that's up to you on what color that you would like to make it. So we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the 4th chain, which is the starting one, I wanted to put 2 double crochets in there, and we're gonna use that as our center point for our square. So the chain that we just skipped plus the other 2 gives a total count of 3, and then you're gonna chain 2, and then right into the same one again you're gonna put 3 more double crochets into that one. So 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 2, and go back into that one again for 3 more. Okay, and then finally you got to chain 2 and you're gonna do your last side. So there's gonna be 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Now you're not quite done. You're missing a side, missing a corner, so make sure you chain 2 first and then you just go into here and just go into the first one. So just right in the top of the first chain 3. And then we're gonna move up to round number 2. So round number 2 is a solid round, and then we start doing the spacing rounds after that, and then we start doing the chain work for the corners too. So let's begin round number 2. So let's begin round number 2. We're going to chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet, and this time we are going to start the chain work that is involved in making the laddering work that happens on the corners. So you're just gonna double crochet into each one of these. Now the laddering happens on every round going forward. So the corners are gonna be identical in either round that you're on, whether it's a solid double crochet or whether it's the one that's spaced out. So you're gonna do 2 double crochets into the space first. Just like that. And then we are going to then just chain 8. So 8 is going to be the next laddering effect. So we're gonna do 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. As soon as you have 8, you're gonna come back down into the corner and finish it off with 2 double crochets. So that is going to be how that's gonna look. So that will be used later on down the road. So you're just gonna double crochet now in each one of the double crochets going across. So in this case there's only 3 here left, and then you end up in another corner. So let's review on how to do a corner again. So you're just gonna put 2 double crochets in first and then chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then what I want you to do is come back into that same corner and double crochet 2 times. So please do this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round and I'll show you how to finish off. So this is the final corner. Okay, so you can see that it doesn't have the chain work in, so you're still gonna start off with your 2 double crochets first. You're gonna put in your chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then come back down into this one and you're gonna put 2 double crochets in. So what I want you to pay attention to is look where the slip stitch is, or sorry, look where it grew up. So this is part of this one, so you can tell that this is it for this round. Okay, so we are just going to then slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and then that's what round number 2 looks like. It's kind of a star. So let's go back to the diagram and just review where we are, and then I'm gonna show you the repeat pattern. So going back for round number 3, we are going to chain straight up and we're gonna chain 4, which counts as a double crochet and chain 1. And then we are going to skip 1 and then double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip the next one, and then you're going to double crochet, and you should be on the last stitch here of this one. So you're then gonna put in 2 double crochets and watch this black. See how it comes up? So then you're gonna chain your 8 and then come back into that same space for 2 double crochets. You're gonna double crochet in the first one and then start skipping again in order to complete this round. So they're all like that when we go to build up. Do you see how that's all matching all the way up, and see how it's matching all the way out? It's an easy way to be able to tell that. So let's continue with round number 3. So let's begin with round number 3. We're gonna chain up 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, that's your double crochet, and 4 is your chain 1. You're going to skip the next one and double crochet in the one after that. Then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then double crochet into the one after that, and see how it's the last one, so that you know that you're in the right position. So you don't chain 1 after you're hitting this corner, so there's gonna put 2 double crochets into the space. So 1 and 2, and then chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then coming back into the same space. Okay, just go right into it. Stay towards the close to where the side starts. It's just easier for later. So you're just gonna double crochet around that same chain work 2 times. you're going to double crochet into the first one that starts the row, and then you're gonna start skipping. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in the next, which happens to be the last one before you hit the space. So remember to do the corners. You're gonna put in 2 double crochet first, then chain 8, and then put 2 double crochets back into that same chain space. 1 and 2, and then start this side again. So the first one is gonna be a double crochet, and then you start skipping. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. So I want you to continue to repeat that pattern all the way around, and it will stay nice and open just like this. And remember, at the end what's gonna happen is that we are going to put things together by interlocking them at the end. So continue the same idea going all the way around for round number 3. So I've turned the final corner, so you're gonna notice that the slip stitching is further away in than it was than the last round. So I'm going to double crochet into the first one to start the side, then chain 1, and the next one happens to be this next one that counts as a double crochet. So if you skip the next one, this is the one you want to go into. So you want to go to the 3rd chain up, don't go to the 4th, because you need to maintain that chain 1 space in order to have that. So as we move up now into row number 4, each one of them are just really simple. So you're gonna do a round like this and then a solid round. So chaining up 3 counts as a double crochet, and you're going to go into the space, and you're gonna go into a double crochet all the way to the edge. So you're gonna make it nice and solid. So space and double crochet, and so when you hit these double crochets here, you're just gonna keep filling them up with double crochets on top. And then how are you going to do your corners? Exactly the way I showed you already. So you're gonna put in 2 double crochets first right into the chain 8, and then you're gonna chain another 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Coming into that same space, I want you to put 2 more double crochets in, and then start the next side. So here's the next double crochet. So you're just going to go right on top of it and double crochet all the way across. So go into a double crochet if it exists, and if there's a chain 1 space, you're gonna go right into the space. So space, and then this one's a double crochet. So please do that all the way around for round number 4. We're just gonna quickly review doing these gapping spaces one more time, and then you're gonna get your 18 rows done, and then we're going to finish that off, and then we're gonna start the assembly process in the next video. So I'm coming all the way back around, and you can see exactly where I started here. So I'm just filling in the spaces. So I've just done my final corner, and I'm just going to double crochet across until I get to that same spot where I started. So making sure I'm going into all the double crochets that are available. And don't forget, see how this is building up there? There's a chain 1 space right before it. Make sure you go right into it with the double crochet and then slip stitch. So we're gonna go back quickly to the, actually I'm gonna show you now to get started, and then I'll show you the diagram. So we're gonna chain up 4. So 1, 2, 3, that's your double crochet. Chain 1, you're going to skip 1 and then double crochet into the next. Then chain 1, skip the next one, double crochet in the next. And keep doing that until you get to a corner. It's all timed out so that the last one will end up in the final before it turns. So then the corner is the same. We already know it. It's 2 double crochet, chain 8, okay, and then put in 2 more double crochets on the other side of that chain 8 space there. And now you're going to just continue along. So the first one is gonna be a double crochet, and then you start skipping again. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, and you keep doing that all the way across. So chain 1, skip 1, see how you're creating this? So of all the squares, this one is the fastest, and I didn't decide the order of what the presentation is. The designers did, and I liked how they left the easiest one for last, because you know by this point you really want to get it done. and so the hard stuff's already behind you. So continuing, you should end up right in the last one before the corner, and again it's 2 double crochet, chain 8, 2 double crochet. So let's go back to the diagram because you basically know what to do. It's just 2 rows of either solid or leaving the spaces, and you're gonna get a total of 18 rows done, or 18 rounds. So it's 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 is just about to be done, so I have to only get to 18. So if you're looking at the diagram here, you can see that it's every other round that has the spacing, and the round before that is just solids. So you only have to do a total of 18 rounds. Now you're going to notice, as I mentioned in the very beginning, is that because of the open space it's gonna look awkward, but it's at the very end of this, what you're going to do is that you're just gonna start off with your first one and then just pull it up, and then put the next one and just push it through the bottom and pull up, and then go to the next one after that and push it through that one, and then go to the next one after that and do that. I would not recommend doing it as you crochet. I recommend you doing it at the end of the project when the whole square is done, and you're going to notice that that's gonna pull in and make it more square. So once this happens, you're going to notice that it's very tense. So once that it's done, just reef-on it a little bit and shape it, and then once we get this sewn to the neighbor, we're gonna sew this particular spot right to a neighbor. So you don't have to sew it into position at this moment, so you have to just leave it. So please get your 18 rounds done, and then join me in the next video, and I'm gonna show you how to start putting this together. So that's it for now. Get this one done. It's the 4th one. This is the final one, and you're gonna join me with the next video that is released on today's date as well, and we're going to give you that and show you how to be able to put all your squares together from this very point. So until next time, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at Joanne.com. We'll see you again. We'll see you. Bye-bye.